Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. Thought I'd do another YouTube. Distract myself, get in the zone, I guess. Connect with all my relations and guides. So, yeah. I need that connection, right? There's lots of emotional stuff, been through lots of emotional. So let's, anybody else going through that emotional stuff, how to get that clarity in your head. Just for today, we can only take one day at a time. Let's do that 1 day balance, because I think that's a great one to do. I think of every day. Wingish Nibe Majeki Kwe, sweet grass water medicine woman, also known as Christiana Carr Superstar, and Chrissy Carr Superstar. I'm just messing up my own names. I switched my camera over here. If you notice from the last video, I had it over there. Now I keep looking over at this end instead of here. I just confuse myself all the time. How about you? Do you ever confuse yourself? I think we confuse ourselves the most, right? Let us do a smudge then. Like my little fuzzy thing. That's from my BBS, my beautiful bestest soul sister. I do have a few of those. Just a couple through my life. Not too many. Not too many. Okay, and then my shirt underneath. And my eagle and the raven. I believe that is there. Right? And it's eagle powder. Maybe that's another eagle there too, just in the shadow. But I like the eagle raven. Anyways, again, swinging. Looking through my Facebook and yeah, it's pretty sad, but you know, it's okay. That's the way it goes. Some things clear out of our lives, you know. Sometimes we don't think we're ready for it to go. Sometimes we don't get a choice. That's just the way it works in the universe, right? Stuff clears out to allow more room for stuff to come in, right? And it could take longer for that stuff to come in if we stay focused on, oh my goodness, look at what I've lost, if it seems as a loss. So sometimes it's making room for more beautiful things to come in. You know, when we've been through lots of, say, not so beautiful stuff that we feel with, yeah, this doesn't feel so beautiful. Don't like the feelings that come up with this. Right? Sometimes that's clearing out so we can make way for all the more positive feelings, right? But sometimes we can get comfortable feeling a certain way. We don't know how to feel any other way, right? But those other feelings are unfamiliar, so we always bring it back. Like they say, like somebody that's used to having no money wins the lottery, right? And very quickly they're back to having no money again. Because our brains get used to being in a certain state. We like that predictability in the brain, right? And it gets set. So it'll bring us back to, whoa, this doesn't feel natural. Let's get back to what's feeling natural. So yeah, that's something that happens in our feelings too. These feelings feel natural. We're just so used to feeling this way, whatever way that is, that when new feelings come in, they can bring on anxiety, even if they're good feelings, right? Or always waiting for that shoe to drop, going, oh no, this is too good to be true. This just can't be, right? We can end up sabotaging our own selves in that way. Be aware of that. I don't know, that's just kind of coming through me today. I used to be stuck in the happy feeling. Now I seem to be stuck in this, whoa, hum. I mean, there's lots going on. We can go, oh yeah, well, I'm sad because of this, and that, and the others all happening, right? But you still get to choose. You know what? And if there's others that wanting us to be unhappy or whatever, or think we deserve punishment or whatever it is, there is, because we don't know somebody's own thoughts. That's in somebody else's head. It's only our job to know our thoughts, our journeys, where the others end and we begin, right? Or where we end and they begin. And we're all one. But we appear separate in these physical bodies. Oh, so is there a feeling that you would rather feel that you tend to like default to or whatever? Have you noticed that in yourself? You know, if you start to feel happy at a time when you're feeling sad, do we squash our happiness because, oh, we can't be happy when somebody else is sad? That's something I've done a lot in my life. How can I be happy when I see such sadness around me? I'm looking for a light. Please. You want to come say hi, and then you can go back and to watching your show. All right, my BBS will be handy dandy lighter there. That's okay. I love her anyways. And this is my beautiful girl. With the Pikachu. Yeah. The camera, the eye part's over here. Although I keep looking over here. That's where it was yesterday. Not yesterday, Saturday. I did one. Say Happy New Year's. Okay, she does speak English because she is 5. But we tend to go back to this 2-year-old thing. Yeah, Mom, you see Mom's little frown? I don't find it funny and cute at all because I've been dealing with it for so long. Also, this reverts in behavior is the signs of other things as well, right? So, of course, I still think she's cute and beautiful. But I love to hear her beautiful little voice and her talking, you know. Very much. Yeah. It's okay. So, anyways. I'm not sure where I was. I kind of lost track here. The feelings. Do we feel? Do we have a habitual feeling? Do you have a habitual feeling? Yeah. I am really beginning to believe feelings can be habitual. Looking around me, family, personal experiences, you know. What do you think about that? How do you feel about your feelings? I'm going to light this candle too. We'll do the smudge. I'll have to do it quick because I think my other one's downstairs. They're not good to leave by themselves for too long. Unfortunately, again, this is what's been. It's how it is right now. For now, not forever. We're shifting, right? We're working more on the teamwork. 2019, I keep telling them that. Doing the church thing because they get a lot out of that. Again, okay, we went again yesterday. And like they're so behaved in church. Like I am very pleasantly surprised with how this is going, and I will not deny my children this at all. Right? I mean, I've had no personal bad experiences, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. To each their own, right? And if it works for us, we gotta do what works for us. If it works for you, you do what works for you. Do not be ashamed of your own beliefs if they are working and helping you. Whatever that is. Tomatoes, tomatoes, right? Okay, like it started going good and then it went out again. So let me focus here. Thank you, guides. All our loving relations. For helping this smudge go and cleansing. Cleansing. Let's do a great big super smudge to cleanse out. It's 2018. Now I burn my fingers. There we go. Clarity, higher perspective, a different vision. Let's look at this in new ways. So that's what I'm going to use. The seagull feathers, different perspective. And again, this fan made by one of my other BBSs, Erica Prentovich. Red Witches Studios. I have a link in my Begin Within. Find her, or if you're on Facebook with me, find her there. And I added in the eagle too. So a higher vision, a different perspective from a higher perspective. All right. We seen the truth. We used the owl the last time, so we're clearing out the deceptions. Getting in touch with reality. Okay? Everything you hear, run it through your own systems. You don't just trust what somebody says. You need to run it through your own systems. No matter who they is, okay? Always trust. We have our truth detectors all inside. Know the self and the true self within. Right? Because you'll know when you're hearing the truth. You also know when you're hearing a lie. You don't have to know the details of it. It's by the feel in the body. Get to know your body and your body's feelings and its signals. It gives us all these signals. Okay. Yeah, the super smudge. Oh, good for you. We've been doing a lot of clearing because, well, there isn't so much coming up. I thought we were going to have a great big super smudge here. Good for you letting go, everybody. Yes, it's not easy. That's why we need that pat on the back. Pat on the back. Make a pact to pat yourself on the back. We don't do it enough. Oh, but I should have done it this way. Or I should have done it that way. Or I could have done this. Whatever it is. Smudge that off. Clear that off. It's just a little bit left. Clear out that little bit. Because we're making room for all that good stuff to come in 2019. Wow. 2019, people. Tomorrow. We're all cleansed and cleared for that. Opening up to let all that good stuff flow through. Make wedge, make wedge. New ways of looking at things, right? Do that dance, tap into that power. The horse, there's a dancer in there. Oh, make wedge. We'll just leave this off to the side and get into the cards then, I guess. Oh, things. I know I didn't get back on my SOS tech yesterday. I had my BBSs here. Oh, yes, I love my sisters. They knew I was sad, and they're just to come and just to sit here, right? I don't have to say nothing. You know, they just sit there. They can sit there and talk, but it just feels good. It just felt good, and thank you. I love you, my sisters, so much. You know, I don't think I would have made it through this year without you. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Yes. Keeping me all comfortable. Let me know I'm loved. Thank you. And accepted just as I am, right? They know what a weirdo I am. They still love me anyways. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the beautiful people the universe has brought into my life. As, you know, it's clearing some out of my life. Some that I never thought. That's why I have to do this. To connect, to release. It's a little bit more, but, you know, and you think there'd always be, you know, those ones that would always be there, no matter what, right? There's that, you know, and then all of a sudden, you go, whoa, wow, that's not how I thought it was. I thought our relationship was deeper than that. I thought our love was deeper than that. I thought, whatever it was, right? I don't know, I'm not the only one to go through stuff like that. And it's hard when it's people we love that leave our lives. Whether, you know, it's making a transition to the spirit world or they're still physically on this earth and they've just transitioned out of your life. For whatever reasons they choose or you've chosen, whatever it is, right? It's really hard. Especially when we thought of these relationships in a different way. But it's all highlighting, what is our relationship with ourselves? What's that saying to ourselves? I love that. One of my babies there, Shining Baby, posted something about how to become a healer. See, introspection. Eh? It's about looking within, right? 5 is about changes and making those changes within our own thoughts and our own perceptions. So like, how'd you know you were a healer? You spent your time healing everybody else. Nobody appreciated or falling in love with broken people. So I thought I could heal them. And now I'm falling in love with myself to give myself a taste of my own medicine. Paraphrasing, but it was a post on Facebook. I think I reposted it. I don't know. It was posted by my Shining Baby. My baby, a Shining Baby. So, yeah, that's a good one. So let's fall in love with ourselves and be those great healers to ourselves. Because really, the only one we can heal is ourselves. And really, are we actually healing ourselves, or are we getting out of the way and allowing that healing to come into us and do its part? Or allowing that healing to come through us to help others, right? Because as we're healing ourselves, we're healing our past selves and our future selves. We're healing in our families backwards and forwards, right? As we heal in this moment. That's why this is the most powerful moment right now. It's the most powerful moment. It's when we take that action in the now, we have effect on the past and the future. Whoa! Right? And I just said about power with the horse there too, right? So here we go, calling in all of our directions for the illumination and clarity as a reflection on this past year, right? Clearing out again. Because New Year tomorrow. So this is our last reading for 2018. We're calling in the illumination and the clarity. Focus just today, because the power is in today, on this last day of 2018. Calling in the illumination and clarity. This is the spirit, the fire, the place of the man. And then we call in the south. Powers of the south, the innocence, the child, the emotions, the water. And then we call in all the powers of the west, which, like bear is of the west, the power of introspection, the place of woman, the physical, the earth. And then up into the north is our wisdom years, the air, the mental. So, spiritual, emotional, physical, mental. We balance those every day. Do a little something for yourself, for your spiritual self, for your emotional self, for your physical self, and for your mental self. Balance those. Self-care in each one. So that's a great way. Draw yourself a medicine wheel. Do your self-care. Or for today, a reflection of the year. Okay. We walk our red roads, the earth walk from south, the childhood, from the place of innocence. Right? We just go with the vibes, the inner knowings, right? We follow like that salmon. It knows to swim out to the ocean, and it knows to swim back to have the babies in the rivers, right? So that's that inner knowing, and it follows that. Get in touch with that inner knowing. I think that's the reflection for today, right? The introspection. We're introspecting. It's a year in review day. Time to open up and celebrate. Look at what's been released. Wow. Did I look at that? Interesting. Do you continue to sacrifice yourself? Because this is what we've done, right? Let's look at self-sacrifice in a new way. Interesting, because and horse is right there too. Not too far behind that. That is interesting, because that's the only one that was upside down. Wow. Okay, so let's look at sacrifice, self-sacrifice in a new way. Okay? Because when we sacrifice ourselves, there's nothing left of ourselves. So how do we do that and keep ourselves replenished, right? We have to give back to ourselves and do our self-care, because that makes our offering sacred, right? Because we can give knowing that we are replenished, and we can give without being resentful, because some think self-sacrifice is to not do anything for yourself. And then we get lots of martyrs there, or whatever you want to call it. Those ones that go, I give and nobody gives to me. Or those ones that don't see, they refuse to see what they're given, because, hey, it's not coming from this direction that I'm looking. So think about that. That self-sacrifice does not mean that you're less important. It's making your life is sacred. Your earth walk is sacred. You're here. You're on it. It's sacred. So look at it that way. You don't have to sacrifice to make your life. It's already sacred. You're already a divine being. You're already needed here. So let's take a look at how we look at sacrifice. How have we, what have we sacrificed this year to make sacred? What have we released and given up to make sacred? So that's our earth walk through this year. And then from the spirit world, we go from east to west. The blue road goes from east to west, right? We tap into our joy. The spirit is joy, is full of joy, right? And I was just watching something where joy is different than happiness. Because we can tap into joy even when we're feeling sorrow. I have. You have that sadness, you're grieving the transition of a loved one, but then you find that joy of the times that you spent together, and then that joy can start bubbling up right in that deep sadness. I get a mix of both inside me. Because I know all the joy to be had that's coming, but right now it doesn't feel so joyful, and a lot of things. So east to west is the blue road of spirit that's always with us, and we can always count on that, the dawning of a new day. Always, always, always. And we respect and honor our sacred space, right? Because that's us in the center of our medicine wheel. We balance those quadrants, and we make our space sacred and our lives sacred, right? Because we are sacred. So let's respect that. Let's respect each other as sacred beings. This earth as a sacred being as well. We're all divine sacred beings. And the way we act can show that respect to all. And as we return to the spirit world, we know that. And now we're also calling in the above, below, and within. And we are complete. And we'll call, spread them out. And we pick it out. Pick it out. Pick it out, pick it out, pick it out. Oh, right, the sacred mountain. Is that the one that has the evolving self in it? I'm going to do it quick. Maybe I'll come back. We'll do a live for New Year's, since it is a Tuesday, maybe. And we'll do a balancing one, like I'm thinking, the sacred mountain. I think it's the sacred mountain, or maybe it's from my medicine woman cards. Maybe we'll do that, a longer one of that for balancing in the new year. Things that we can remember, or come back to the videos if we can't remember it. To say, okay, what was that balance for the new year? But for right now, let's just do our good old balancing daily cards, right? So the main energy to think about today, at the end of this beautiful year, still beautiful. Lots of beautiful things happen, okay? Sometimes it's harder to find that balance of, oh, this was such a crappy year, this and this and this, and this went wrong. But let's look at the things that went right, because there is always a balance. But sometimes it takes a little more looking to see that. There's always, where's that balance in your life? Where's that balance been this year for you? And today, let's see. Main path and totem here. Here we are. South shield, the innocence and inner child. The reflections. Knowing we are all innocent babies. The emotions. You've been emotional too. Those tears been flowing. That's okay. Can we laugh at ourselves for taking it seriously or thinking that there's something wrong with us because we cry? We're giving those tears for cleansing. Those are sacred as well. Right? We're innocent beings here. Because we all choose what we believe. Nobody knows the absolute truth, really, until you get to that other side or whatever, right? So we all just get to choose what we believe. There's no right or wrong. It's what helps and what hurts, right? And we're all innocents in that. We're all free to believe what we choose to believe. Free will. Greatest. That's the law. That's the law. We all have this free will. We all get to choose what we believe. No right or wrong. Works or doesn't work. Helps or hurts. But even the hurts can help us. Right? Even in pain, there's joy. The greatest pain, giving birth. Oh my God, look at that pain. But yeah, boom. Instant joy. That pain can just boom. When that babe comes out. Think of times or anything in your life. Doesn't have to be babies. Of where you had this great pain and then all of a sudden there was this release and there was this joy. Or, the more you focused on it, right? You give that name to it. That's the law. There's the sacred laws, there's the man law, but there's the sacred laws. What we think will come true. We can prove ourselves right in anything, really. We can. Because the universe is just like, yeah, here you go. Here you go. That's the law. That's the law. The universe is always saying, yes, 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 here you go. Here you go. That's why we must be careful what we wish for. Might not come to us in what we expected. If we can be open to it. That's sacred, right? And laugh at ourselves too for choosing to believe stuff that wasn't necessarily true, or we believed it as children because we were told to, right? Children tend to just follow along, right? Do what we do more than what we say, all that kind of stuff. But we can look at ourselves and look at the beliefs we've taken on because, well, that was the family belief, or, but this isn't what I've always felt. So I say, run it through your systems first, right? That truth is in you. It's in all of us. We know how to detect the bullshit, right? Sometimes that bullshit can help us make more growth, right? We do. We need sometimes that manure for fertilizer. So it's not a bad thing. If we can switch this year, let's switch good and bad, okay? Helps or doesn't help, right? Helps or doesn't help. Okay. So, ocean, mail's out. Okay. And the female, well, see, they stuck together, this path. These paths stuck together. It jumped out when I took the mail, went out. The powwow, it's celebrating. Here we are, sharing, quickening, powwow, right? We're coming together. It's party time, time to celebrate this beautiful year. Everything, the joys, the sorrows, everything. Let's bring it all together because they're all here to teach us. What did this year teach us? As we're celebrating and we're coming together and we're sharing with each other, what did we learn together? What did we learn from this year? What did we learn just inside of ourselves? What did we learn about ourselves? Gathering together all of your experiences of this year. And what did they teach us? Remember, not why did this happen to me? What is this here to teach me? What can I learn from this? What is this reflecting to me of myself? What is this teaching me about myself? What did this year teach me about myself? What did it teach you about yourself? That's the action. Take that action on that, whether it's writing down or something. Do something active that reflects on what you've learned and maybe what you've taught. Maybe. Or what you would like your life to teach. But again, we can choose what we teach, but we cannot choose what the student learns. That's all personal experience. Teachers can choose to teach us, but they can't control what we actually learn and take in and what is going to work for us. So you are your own best teacher. Life is one of your greatest teachers too. Your life, the way you've lived your life, what you've allowed in your life, what you've released from your life, blah, 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 right? So this is the time. This is the rebirth, right? This is the sharing, the quickening. This is the dawn before the new year. Right? Okay, here's the lady. Fire, medicine, passion, spontaneity. What delights your fire? It's the time for reflection, that creativity. Let's get creative before we get it, and creatively deep diving self-reflection. Deep dive. What lit your fire this year? Did you find what really brought you passion and spontaneity? Did you feel you were lacking in passion and spontaneity? Sometimes we do. I mean, I've known people that let's be spontaneous. Let's go watch some fireworks. But, oh, wait, we got to have this. So they take the spontaneity right out of it. It becomes not fun. So, what do? Have we planned so much on our life and looked at it? Oh, it didn't turn out the way I wanted, so it can't. But sometimes these spontaneous things happen. Things that we didn't expect. That can ignite a new passion, spark something else that we didn't even know was there. Right? What do we release of the beliefs of ourselves? What stories do we keep ourselves into? Right? Because Blue Heron isn't about staying on the surface. It's about that deep, deep dive. Getting right down into the nitty gritty, going right down in your shit, getting it all over you, and then go and clean it off. Right? Or, use it for that fertilizer. Clean off what is just shit. It's no good for fertilizer either. And keep what helps to light that passion. Right? What is that for you? It's different for everyone. So do those deep diving reflections. Have fun tonight releasing, because we can dance. Dancing is a great way to release. And if you feel that, just come over. You could be by yourself at home. It don't matter where you are. You can turn on the radio, turn on your favorite song, whatever it is. Dance it. Let it go. Shake it off. Let's shake off this year wherever you are. I'll put my kids to bed and I'll be dancing around like a crazy Looney Tune in my house because I like to do that. And I haven't done it in a long time. What will you do? What will you do? What's your plans for New Year's? So, in all that, do that reflection. What have you learned? What are you celebrating? What has been released? This when we release stuff, it can feel like such a weight lifted, right? But we can pull it back in too. So whatever you've released, let it go. Let it go. Let God. Great oneness divine, whatever you call it, tomatoes. Release it to that higher power, that higher intelligence that knows exactly what we need, even more than we do, right? Because they have the full view. We only got this little piece of the puzzle, one piece at a time to put it together, right? But we need it all. We need it all. So, Happy New Year. See you next year. Thank you so much for being here. Love you all. Thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do. Because, oh my goodness, this world really needs you. And the hard work is coming, but it's all worth it, right? Because we're all in this transition. So go easy on one another. Be gentle with one another. We are all sacred beings here on this earth walk. And we are all innocent babies. And that's the law. We all belong here. All our lives are sacred. Just because you're here. That's how you know you're needed here. You're here. You're here. And I'm so glad you are. Much love. Biggest heart hugs ever. And again, Happy New Year.